Good morning, my dear students of B.Ed second semester. So let us today discuss about the phases of teaching, which is very much important for all the teachers to know. As we know, teaching is not a simple task. It is a very complicated job. But the responsibility of all the teachers is to make teaching lively and interesting for the learners. Teaching is a complex of which involves an art. It depends on the skills. Teaching may not be everybody's cup of tea, but everyone can be good at teaching. But for this, we have to know about the phases of teaching. Teaching is a comprehensive term. Teaching is a comprehensive concept which includes so many things like teaching strategies, teaching principles, maxims of teaching, methodology of teaching, phases of teaching, so many things. So here we shall discuss about the phases of teaching. So friends, we know that in teaching there are three phases. Number one, preactive. Number two, interactive. And number three, post-active phase. So let us discuss one by one. The number one is preactive phase. It refers to planning. So we know that for doing any kind of job, we need planning. Without planning, it is out of the question to complete the job. So a teacher should have a planning about the topic to be taught, about the teaching aids to be used inside the classroom, about the questions to be asked, and the way of presenting the lesson to the students. It means before entering the classroom, a teacher should have planning all about this thing. He needs to prepare about his dress code also, because the personality of the teacher itself is a teaching aid. The personality of the teacher can influence the behavioral development of the student to great extent. Therefore, a teacher should have planning about his dress code, what to wear, what not to wear. He has to plan about the topic to be taught inside the classroom. He must select the proper teaching aids to be used in teaching that particular topic. Then the questions to be asked. So all these are about the planning. Without having a proper planning, it will become a very difficult to complete a task. We know that the army or the police personnel, before going to war field, they decide the proper action plan. They decide about the strategy. So prior planning is very much important. The number two phases of teaching is interactive phase, which refers conduct and management. Dear student friends, after entering the classroom, as per the steps of the lesson plan, The teacher will ask some questions to test the previous knowledge of the students. And before asking some questions to test the previous knowledge, the teacher will have to arrange the classroom, whether the ventilations are closed or open, when the doors are closed or open, whether the students are sitting properly, whether the desks and benches are arranged properly, whether the blackboard is cleaned. A teacher have to see all of this thing, all of this thing, and he has to arrange all these things. So the management of the classroom, of the conduct of the classroom, so it depends on the skills of the teacher. So interactive phase is the practical situation. After asking the related questions to test the previous knowledge of the students, the teacher will announce the topic and write it on the blackboards. And after this, the teacher will have to present the lesson with the help of the teaching aids, as it is a practical situation. During the presentation of the lesson, the teacher will explain the topic, explain the point with the help of the teaching aids. Teaching aid is very much important to develop the clear concept. Teaching is very much important to make the student understand about the topic taught by the teacher. So in interactive phase, the teacher will have to decide what type of question is to be asked, how to draw the attention of the students inside the classroom. If the teaching of the teacher is not interesting and lively, some students may get slumber inside the classroom. So it is very much important on the part of the teacher that he has to draw the attention of the students towards the blackboard or towards the topic taught inside the classroom. For making the students attentive inside the classroom, the teacher can use three types of interaction. Interaction between the teacher and the group. Interaction between the teacher and the particular students. Interaction between student and student. During the presentation of the lesson, the teacher will continue asking questions. Asking question is also very much important. It is said that a teacher who asks nothing teaches nothing. So asking question helps the student understand the things better. Asking question will draw the attention of the students. Asking question will make the student active. So we must know that the classroom is a two-way process. Student and the teacher. Student should be active. Not only the teacher should be active inside the classroom. So for making the student active inside the classroom, the teacher should select the tools, the strategies, the methodology, how to make the students active inside the classroom. So this is very much important. Now, dear student friends, let us discuss about the third phases of teaching. That is post-active stage, follow-up or consolidation or the evaluative stage. After presenting the lesson, the teacher now will give the summary of the lesson in post-active stage, in post-active phase. After giving the summary of the lesson, now it is the responsibility of the teacher to know to what extent the students have understood the topic, to what extent the teaching of the teacher has been successful. So this is very much important. Therefore, frequent interaction between the teacher and the thought is very much important. It is very much useful. So this evaluative phase, the teacher must get feedback from the students to what extent they have been able to understand. So they are student friends. So these are the three types of phases of teaching, which is very much important for all the teachers to know.